If it's in Hampton Roads, it's on the Hampton Roads Show.
Happy Wednesday, everyone. Look at our great audience. Welcome to the Hampton Roads Show. They're from Atlantic Shores in Virginia Beach. Coming up a little bit later, they're going to tell us about their Puppy Love program. Yes, they have some with them, carrying puppies, seniors, and local grade schoolers. And we are also in the kitchen today with Chef Wes Stepp from Red Sky Cafe in Duck, North Carolina. He's going to show us how to make a tasty dish he created just for the Hampton Roads Show. Guess what? Salmon Arion with Stepp's grilled chicken and brown rice.
All right, in today's postcard from Hampton Roads, we're flying high as we stop by the Military Aviation Museum to check out some of the classic aircrafts and meet the folks who keep them soaring over Hampton Roads. And your kids may be kicking off the new year looking for an opportunity to volunteer. Well, a local mom created an online home for those service-minded students. Gerald Tan will tell us all about it in today's What's Your Problem?
And when should you teach your children the value of $1? Today, our friends from Bayport Credit Union are here to talk about what to allow when it comes to allowances.
Yeah, and that's kind of our first hot topic today.
Just like that.
Yep.
Allowances.
How do you feel about that? You know, some parents are not believers in allowances for children, like Walter and Vivian Matson when I was a young child.
Not trying to call anybody
Did
out.
not believe.
Just like that. And you never have learned the value of $1.
Well,
Ever
no,
since.
I have. I mean, the money doesn't grow on trees was pretty
Right.
much like the financial, conversations
So they
there.
never gave you chores and paid you for it.
No, just chores.
Okay.
And you can sleep and eat here.
I like that.
Yeah.
Pretty
and
good.
occasionally use the car. I mean, they really felt like if you're part of a family, you just kind of contribute to the things that make, but they provided, the things that we needed, but there was no kind of cash in exchange for helping around the house.
Right.
Until, I had a paper route and babysitting. Those types of things taught me, to earn my own money, but they were not believers in allowance. I mean, with my kids, I give them little poker chips.
You're teaching them how to play poker?
That's right. Fantastic parent. No, but if they earn so many of those, then they get to pick something out maybe at the store. So it's not like a cash thing, but they are earning. And I'm not opposed to an allowance as long as they're doing something
That's
for
their
it.
lesson. Well, we haven't given our guys an allowance yet, and I think we might have missed the boat. They're at 12 and 13.
Yeah.
Probably should have done that a little
Almost ready to
sooner.
get their first job.
But and they don't have chores either. So Reckling boys have it pretty easy. But I think it's time.
Chores?
No chores.
Well, they help out, but they don't have a list of things you have to do this and that.
No, we were.
Yeah, I know.
We
We're
were
behind the
actively-
times. Our guys have it pretty good, and that's my fault and my wife. We should have, iron fist, and
Yeah.
because I know they're going to be coming to us real soon wanting money. Because they're at that age where they're going to be wanting things, so we need to teach them the value of the $1. They do have a bank account, and they do
that's
have a
good.
savings account, so they're into that.
Sounds like they got it real good.
I got allowance, and we had chores,
Yeah.
and it did teach you, the value of money and then getting that first job. My dad was always like able to budget, save, and he's always like, you want the A or you want the B? And so I'd be like the A, and I think, when I have kids, I'll probably do the same. Chores,
Did they
allowance,
pay you
like
for
that.
grades?
No, we just got rewards. Like we would get
Okay.
stickers and get to go do something fun or get taken out to eat. But
That's a
We got to keep
subject
living.
for
my grades
another
were
day.
awesome.
Pay
so
for grades.
I would have been rolling in the money. But yeah, I had an allowance. But this next hot topic has nothing to do with, well, I guess kids, if you want to call her kids. She's 18 years old. Who remembers their senior photo in high school? Well, this right here, her name is Sydney Spies. She's a high school student at Durango High School in Colorado, and that photo that we just showed you was rejected by the yearbook committee, and the school district is backing the yearbook committee, saying that it was, quote, inappropriate. She's taken her, then they said, okay, we'll submit a second one, and that was the second photo that she submitted. She went on the Today Show yesterday and told Matt Lauer that she believes the photo describes who she is. She thinks it's an artistic photo because the seniors were asked to submit a photo that represents them and who they are. And she's an aspiring model, but it is a frilly skirt, and she has a black scarf tied around. I could see the skirt, the pose. What got me was the top. I was like, okay, I could see how some parents, or it could be a little too racy. I mean, if you're trying to be an aspiring model, save that for your portfolio and go do your, go try to get with an agency.
Well, they are the
As far
home
as
of the demons.
A yearbook photo, it is a little, I don't know, well, I'm sure not everybody would agree that there's nothing wrong with that photo.
I'm just like the turtleneck.
I don't know.
Pull down
Yeah.
library
Well,
behind me.
She's, I think
as
I think the school administrators probably have a good point. Let's just leave it at headshots, and then they can look back on it and say, hey, you know what? That's what she looked like, not like a pole dancer. I didn't say that, did I? Did I say pole dancer?
All right, well,
I mean, really.
we are ending that one. Send us your comments, though, about allowance and your opinion on whether or not you think that photo was inappropriate. A couple ways you can do that. Our Facebook page, or just follow us on Twitter at HR_show. We have that photo on our Facebook page, so you'll be able to click it yourself and see.
Right on.
I would love to see Jeremy Wheeler's senior picture.
Now, did you have the pull down library behind you, or did they bring like the pretend? Remember the pretend
leaves.
tents?
Yeah, and the fake
The
books.
leaves.
Just the normal backdrop. It's pretty normal.
Yeah.
Did you go tuxedo, or was it a tie?
No, yeah, I think I did a tie.
Did a
Yeah,
tie?
I had
Good.
a little longer hair back then, so
Didn't-
Really?
You had longer.
Didn't we all?
a little bit. I tried it for a while, just didn't work.
I have a feeling we're going to all need to submit our senior photos
Yeah.
at some point.
I had a corduroy suit.
Not happening.
I did, a corduroy suit with a vest. It's not good.
And you kept the vest.
I know. Just for today. It's not corduroy, though.
That was good.
It all
Carrie.
comes back
That
in
was
style.
good.
It all comes back around.
Sure.
No, you look very sharp today. I like it.
Thank you.
All right.
Let's take a look at the weather forecast. Let's turn around here. Today we got a good chance for rain showers. The rain is increasing, and we have tomorrow temperatures in the low 60s. It's going to be a warm day, drying out. Friday, maybe a few sprinkles, maybe even a few flurries, depending on the time that this front comes through. But, a lot of the models suggesting it'll be dry, just a little something, let's put it that way. Saturday and Sunday, though, boy, it's going to be chilly. Highs in the mid-40s, lows in the 20s and 30s. It will be cold, especially on Sunday. I think we're going to have a pretty strong wind coming out of the north, so it's going to be tough to warm up. All right, so here is the pop quiz for the day. 4 clues coming at you. First clue's this, very historic. Place fit for a king, brief home to Thomas Jefferson, and 1781 had a big fire there.
All right.
So put those together, thehamptonroadshow.com, and submit your answer.
All right, guys, I'm going to head over to the kitchen. In the meantime, tell the folks what they can win at home for the greats.
Today's winner will receive an American Idol prize pack. American Idol Season 11 premieres a week from tonight at 8 p.m. on our sister station, Fox 43. And in the kitchen today, we have a couple of idols.
A couple of idols. Yeah, well, we're in the kitchen with Chef Wes Stepp. You remember him from Red Sky Cafe in Duck, North Carolina. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you, dear.
Hey, this dish, I have a feeling that it has something to do with moi and Stephanie.
Definitely. Yeah, well, I'm doing the wild Alaskan salmon today.
Yeah.
And we're going to do some healthy stuff here in January. So a couple times that I come up, we're going to do some healthy, and it's really quick and really easy. I eat like this myself, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, because normally you're in here flying around with stuff. And normally your dishes are healthy, but, it is the new year. A lot of people have those resolutions where they want to eat healthy, so this is the perfect option for them. Salmon is a big winner. So it's Arion salmon.
Salmon Arion.
Salmon Arion and the brown rice. Stephanie's wild. I'm messing it all up.
Lord have mercy. Grilled chicken, Stephanie style. All right, we're doing the brown rice.
Okay, awesome. We'll get started with this when we come back from the break. Thanks.
All right.
Maybe one day I can get a dessert or something named after.
Someday you will.
Okay. All right, still ahead on the Hampton Road Show. The folks from the Closet Factory are here with some great ideas for getting your whole house organized and the many ways they can help make it happen.
Who says kids can't make a difference? An online tool makes it easier for them to connect with local projects. I'm Cheryl Tan. I'll tell you how they are filling a need in our local schools.
Oh, how cute is that? Maybe we'll feed him some salmon when we come back. Hey, back in the kitchen this morning with Chef Wes Stepp from Red Sky Cafe in Duck, North Carolina. We have a healthy twist to the dish that we're doing today, and of course it is named after myself and Stephanie Cook. So nice of you to do that.
No problem, babe.
All right, let's go over ingredients, which I love how you always have this spread.
Okay. Wanted to make it look good. We are doing a salmon Arion, and I'm doing a pan sauteed wild Alaskan salmon for you.
I'm from Alaska.
And we hit it with a little salt and kosher, fresh kosher kosher salt and cracked pepper.
Okay.
I'm also going to hit it with a little bit of garlic, and I'm hitting it with a little bit of wild mushrooms.
Okay.
The first thing is going to be a salad that we're doing.
All right.
Now, down there on the Outer Banks, last week we had the wedding show, which was Outer Banks Wedding Association put on a beautiful show down there. We had hundreds and hundreds of brides. The Outer Banks have become one of top 5 wedding destination locations in the country. So right now we're really going through a lot of brides. This is a great time to call us, set up a tasting. You can come down. I set up a mirror like this.
Really?
And sit down at the table, and I kind of answer a lot of different questions that you have about the Outer Banks. We had
David Tutera, if anyone knows, it's a reality show. He goes and like makes brides' dreams come true and throws on these elaborate weddings. And so he was down there. That's very cool.
He was down there.
Very neat.
What's he on, like that WAVY network?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
right. Got it.
Oui,
Okay, oui, whatever.
Oui.
All right, so we got some cucumbers. What we're making is a little fresh salad.
Okay.
Watch the chopsticks.
Watch
They're going
the
everywhere.
chopsticks. That's all right.
We got roasted corn. All of them is local ingredient, or, you know, kind of fresh.
Is that a spinach you have at the bottom?
I'm doing spinach.
All right.
We've got a little cherry tomatoes. Salmon does not take very long.
It doesn't.
I'm going to hit it with you like red wine?
I like red wine, white wine.
You got it, babe. I'm going to hit it with a little red wine.
Okay.
I did a little Vidalia onions. A little extra virgin olive oil. Just a little bit, okay? Now, one thing about eating healthy and all that stuff is people will fall back off of what the resolution is because it's not fast, it's not easy. This is fast and easy, you know? Red wine vinegar, a little bit of olive oil.
Okay.
Salt and pepper on the salad. I got all my fresh ingredients. The salmon is right now cooked to perfection.
Pretty much done, yeah.
And we're turning it off.
Okay.
Toss
And
our...
also, eating healthy too is kind of about portion control as well, you know.
Exactly. You know what? A lot of people just kind of like starve themselves, and then they hold on to it. No, what I do is I generally eat like 6 times a day. And when we do the chicken Stephanie style next, I'm going to show you. I've already grilled the chicken.
Okay.
So like on Sundays when I got time, I prep my food. I grill stuff off. So in the fridge at home, I got everything in Ziploc bags. Everything we're using for the next dish is going to be the same ingredients.
Really?
But it's going to be a totally different dish. And that's how we just keep it simple.
Keep it simple. I like how you think.
So we're doing that. Now you got to have a little bit of fat. Got a little bit of olive oil.
I'm thinking that's where the
goat cheese,
the goat cheese going to come in.
We got that salmon on top of it.
Oh,
this
look at that.
Easy. And I took the wild mushrooms, and what I'm going to do is it's going to give it that warm, cold effect, which is breaking up the differences in textures.
That took all of what, like a minute and a half?
You got it. And you know
Maybe
what?
2.
Like I said, all this stuff can be in your fridge, and then the next dish it'll be like, okay, let's do a little dinner. And we could do the salmon again, or we're going to be able to do the chicken or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
And what we do is on the Chefs on Calls caterings, even at the restaurant, I will formulate little meals for you if you get some dietary concerns, or it's like, hey Wes, I'm really doing good. Hook me up with something then Alfredo, you know what I mean? We're in the hospitality business,
That's
so
good
I
that
truly
you
like
can
to be
kind of tweak your
hospitable.
menu to make that for folks. Well, I don't know what to say because we're out of time, but you finished the entire first segment with the salmon on, and when we come back, we're going to do the grilled chicken with Steph.
Yes, we're going to do the grilled chicken with Steph.
Grilled chicken with
We
Steph.
on it.
All right, awesome.
All right,
Chef
babe.
Wes Step back into the buzz now.
Oh my, senior picture out in Colorado is getting a lot of buzz this morning in the Buzz Center, and I guess it's pretty obvious why.
Yeah, if you will show the picture again, I'm sure,
Yeah,
in just
I mean,
a second there.
Would you like your daughter to dress like that and show her a picture like that? And I guess our Buzz listeners say the same thing. Lindsay Diaz says, yes, too racy. The picture speaks for itself. Sarah Holcomb, my daughter will graduate in 4 more years, and I would be horrified if she took senior pics like this. She looks like a hooker. Daniel Presnell, they could put the pic on the same page as the future farmers of America. They know how to use a hoe.
Beep.
So, getting some responses today. It might be, yes, this outfit is inappropriate at school, and any photo in a yearbook should represent what is going on at the school. I heard it was published in the pages the seniors can buy. It may make me wonder, what's the difference? It's in there, so.
Well, they say, you know, she's an aspiring model, but like what kind of model?
Model?
You kind of have to ask. Like I look at a picture like that, and I think things went kind of wrong like many, many years ago. Something kind of went off the tracks with this girl. I just want to hug her and wrap her in a Snuggie and parent her.
All right. Yeah. Well, maybe you could give her an allowance. And we're gonna
Maybe
talk
that's
about,
what it was.
Maybe we'll talk about that in a few minutes. The
All right.
allowance.
Are we out of time in the buzz already?
We're out of time. We'll get to that. We got time for some allowance money and talk in a little bit.
All right, well, now that the holiday madness is over, you have some extra time to devote to local service projects.
One mother who was helping her daughter search for volunteer opportunities didn't find exactly what she was looking for, so she created something. Cheryl Tan has her solution in today's What's Your Problem?
If your goal is to give back in the new year, there are plenty of local organizations to connect you with worthy projects. And recently, an online alternative has popped up for school-age kids. Here at St. Timothy Lutheran Church in Norfolk, talking with Pastor Lucille Mills about the great need for donations.
Yes, we have a school that's right across the street from our church that's a Title I. That means they have a high percentage of children who receive free lunch or reduced lunch. And the concern is that they're not eating healthy over the weekend. And so we want to make sure that they are. So we've created this backpack program that gets all the nutrition that they need for the whole weekend. We provide enough to have full meals, 3 meals on Saturday, Sunday, as well as to have dinner on Friday night.
We have some young volunteers here with us today.
Yes.
Tell us what they're doing and how what they're doing really helps somebody in our community.
Well, what they're doing is what we do once a week, and that's loading the backpacks. So we actually have a list of the different items, and we've already pulled them so that they can simply add them in.
What's your job? What are you supposed to be doing?
We're supposed to be putting food in backpacks for the kids that don't have enough food over the weekend.
What kinds of food are you putting in there?
We've been putting in nutrition foods like goldfish, vegetables, little snacky stuff that won't go bad.
I know we've done stories like this before with the food bank, and it looks like any old backpack, so there's no way that the student who needs to take it, there's no need for anyone else to really know what's inside.
Exactly. It's completely confidential. We don't even know the names of the students.
Connecting kids with local projects that need their time and efforts. And a local mom, Tanya Eldert, created a way for these kids to connect with local groups. And she's here to tell us more about how this works.
Well, what I discovered was that kids really want to have a say in their community. They want to do news. They're using the internet. They're using multimedia. So let's create a place for them to put all their efforts to good use. So with the Local Kids Network and Hampton Roads Local Kids, what we've created is a website that not only has local things to do, it also has community service places. Nonprofits can list their businesses and activities for free, same with scouting groups. And it's just a place for kids to be able to do videos, speak out in their community, get connected with what's going on, and it gives them a voice.
As a mom, I like the fact that it starts online, but it ends offline.
It does, yes. I mean, we encourage them to start getting involved with their community and make a difference.
It makes me feel very happy that we get to help other people.
The volunteering component of this is something that Hampton Roads Local Kids really helps to find different ways that the kids can plug in. It's a great way for us not to have to worry about them when they go into adulthood, is because they have the foundation of service already in their lives.
All right, well, St. Timothy's in Norfolk hopes to expand the program and serve more kids in need. They're also looking for volunteers of all ages to help. So if you're looking to volunteer for the project or for your child, you can always connect with them at the Hampton Roads Local Kids website. We're going to put that link on our website, which is thehamptonroadshow.com. And it's cool to see that, because I know at the last station I was at, it always maybe has a different name, but they had Backpack Buddies, and it was the exact same concept.
Right.
So it's great to see that other areas.
And even if it
do
doesn't,
that.
we were talking about teaching the kids the value of $1. That will teach the kids at least the value of the food that they have in their house that they might take for granted, that a meal is coming and it's not a struggle, for their family.
Yeah.
And that, not only that, but also teaches them the importance of volunteering and helping others.
Yep.
Which is the best lesson of all.
Still ahead on the Hampton Roadshow, museums all over the world are full of old things that don't work anymore, but not this one. In this week's postcard from Hampton Roads, we'll head for Virginia Beach, where these items have some years on them but are still racking up the airtime.
And our friends from Bayport Credit Union are here with us today. We're talking what parents can do to teach their children a financial lesson that will last a lifetime.
And don't forget about our pop quiz. You could win an American Idol prize pack. Just log on to thehamptonroadshow.com, click on the pop quiz button on the top right-hand corner of the screen. Welcome back. Our live audience today is from Atlantic Shores in Virginia Beach, and today they're here to tell us about their Puppy Love program, pairing younger school children with senior citizens with puppies, creating a very unique experience for all. We have Kathy Parks from Atlantic Shores with Godric, he's one of the Seeing Eye dogs here. But first, Kathy, we'll start with you before we get to you, Gina Rose. You're a volunteer with the Guiding Eyes for the Blind. Tell us about this program and how it all came about.
Well, the Atlantic Shores and the Guiding Eyes for the Blind
You do want to talk?
create our Puppy Love program. Our residents are always trying to get involved in the community, and this is one way to get the residents involved and help others, and hopefully one of these dogs will go out to a deserving person and help someone with their independence.
And you guys also have the kids involved, too.
We do. We are working with Corporate Landing Elementary School and Ocean Lakes Elementary School, and they're following our dog's progress, or our puppy's progress, and they're able to watch them on the puppy cam, and we go out to the school, they read to the dogs, and have a great time with them.
Gina, I'm going to talk to you. You're a volunteer with the Guiding Eyes for the Blind. Talk about your role in this whole program.
Well, I'm the regional coordinator and as well as a puppy raiser here, and I was approached to see if we could work with the seniors at Atlantic Shores at raising our puppies. So it provides a wonderful atmosphere for our puppies to have all the experience of different people coming up to greet them and seeing the cars go by and having yappy hours there with other puppies. So I'm kind of the support system with our other volunteers in the area. We go to Atlantic Shores to provide classes, or the puppies are able to come to the community with our other volunteers that have their own dogs that they're raising.
And also, when these dogs get paired up with an individual, do you get another set that they would be able to come and raise as well?
Oh, that would be wonderful.
Yeah.
Many of our volunteers keep continuing on with puppy raising, whether it be just starting out puppies as the little ones because they have the time and energy to put into it when they're tiny, and having to housebreak them and do much of the obedience.
And also, Kathy, you know, they say those who have pets, it's a companion, it's a friendship. What has that been providing for the residents there?
Well, the residents actually come out of their home to greet the puppies. They, you know, when we're walking them through the community, they want to come out and they pet them. It really puts a smile on their face. Some of them used to have pets, you know, when they were younger, and this just adds a lot of motivation for them to come out and to enjoy and watch these puppies as they're getting older.
And they're very obedient. I mean, Godric, he just got up and got excited here, but you have two. Joni, is Joni here as well?
Joni's not here today, but her puppy raiser is here, Linda Palmentary, right over here. She raises Joni, and I have Godric as one of the staff at Atlantic Shores.
Well, it's a great partnership, and I love the shirt that says, "I'm in Puppy Love." Of course, you can find out more about the Atlantic Shores Puppy Love program, how you can volunteer and help with fundraising. Just log on to guidingeyes.org, or you can go to atlanticshoresliving.com. Kathy and Gina, thank you guys so much in the audience for all being here this morning.
Thank you.
All right, still ahead, giving children an allowance is a great way to teach good spending habits. So when should you start, and how much is enough? Our friends from Bayport have some great strategies that will help children and even a few parents learn the value of $1. And we're going to check back in with Chef Wes Stepp from Red Sky Cafe to see how he's doing on the salmon arion and Stepp's grilled chicken with brown rice. When we come back, stay with us.
Welcome back to the Hampton Roads Show. Earning an allowance can help your children understand budgeting and saving money, but when is the right time to introduce the concepts of earning and spending? Chris Jones from Bayport Credit Union is here with some insight into allowance and how it can make a difference in your household. Chris Jones, welcome back to the Hampton Roads Show.
Thank you.
What is a child going to learn from having an allowance?
Well, there's a lot a child can learn from allowance, especially the way it's administered by the parents, and there's 1,001 ways to do it, so there's no one way that's going to fit everybody. So the parent really needs to understand their child and the way they're going to learn best. Children do learn by watching us, though, and by seeing what it is we do, and I think for that reason, to a certain degree, children understand that income is earned by the mother or father, or in some cases both. And income is spent on the things that we consume. So they see those things at the point of purchase, when we go to the grocery store, when we're shopping for clothes. The things they don't understand unless we're having a conversation with them about it is principles of saving and investing. And all in a neat little package, allowance kind of delivers all these concepts to children.
Okay, I have a 12 and 13-year-old. You have younger kids, and you said you're going to start yours on allowance real soon. You've got your plans started. And you learned this from your dad, which I think is interesting. What did you learn from your dad that will help you with your kids?
Well, the basis from everything I learned from my father and my mother started with just provision. And they didn't introduce allowance too early. And I think that's good for children to learn that there's someone in my house that provides for the household. And one day I'm going to grow into that responsibility.
Right.
The thing that my mother and father did for me is they started an allowance chart where there were different household tasks and they were all associated with a different dollar amount. So daily as we completed these household tasks, we accumulated maybe 10 cents for making our bed, or 20 cents for helping mom in the kitchen, or 15 cents for making sure our room was clean at the end of every day. And these sound like small amounts. In reality, they were small amounts to me. But as I accomplished these tasks every day over the course of the week, these small amounts add up. And I think that's a good principle for us to learn.
You also learned the value of saving.
Absolutely.
With that, because you had an opportunity to spend it.
What he would do is when my father would settle up with us at the end of a week or at the end of every 2 weeks, he would have 3 buckets. And one bucket would be our charitable contributions, which for us was our tithe to our church. And then the second bucket would be how much we wanted to save. And the third bucket would just be for us, what we wanted to spend. The savings bucket, as we made deposits to that savings bucket, he would match that to a certain degree, whether it was like 50 cents for the dollar or like a dollar for dollar match. I can't remember exactly what it was, but it taught us that as we save, that amount builds. And every once in a while, maybe once or twice a year, he would take us on a toy shopping trip. And it was a really simple opportunity for us to learn that before we'd go on our shopping trip, we'd withdraw from our deposits. And the periods over which I did a better job saving, when I arrived at that shopping experience, I had more money to spend for shopping. In the periods over which I didn't save so much and just kind of nickeled and dimed and bought whatever I saw, I didn't have so much. You know, so it taught me there's a direct correlation by how much I worked influenced how much I received, and how much I saved influenced how much I had later in life. So there were really good principles that were all delivered just in very easy concepts.
You know, you gave us some great advice on how to get them started, and it teaches them so much about saving, spending, earning, and responsibility. And those are all the things you just touched on.
Yeah.
All right, Chris Jones, thank you so much. To learn more about allowances and how to teach your kids at an early age, you can go to any of the 14 Bayport Credit Union locations across Hampton Roads or log on to bayportcu.org. Chris Jones, thanks for joining us this morning and great advice.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Great advice. Did you get allowance when you were younger?
No.
No, you didn't? Okay, I did. Still good. All right, back in the kitchen with Chef Wes Stepp from Red Sky Cafe in Duck, North Carolina. First segment, we worked on the salmon area. Now we're on to Steph's grilled chicken with brown rice. It's going to knock your socks off. That's how awesome it is.
It's
awesome.
Right.
But we're using all the same ingredients that we did for the first dish.
Yeah, I just want to show you the ease and comfort in it. I had a friend of mine, they said, are you going to grill the chicken before you go up there? Yes, because I kind of like grill the chicken or the flank steak or whatever I'm going to do for the whole week to make it easy. And like I said, the Ziploc bags. You know, that's for what I do at home. What we have is a little Vidalia onion, which we used in the salad.
Okay.
So almost what we're going to do is make a real quick little stir fry out of this.
Okay.
I'm going to use, once again, the roasted corn. All this is healthy. We had it for the salad, so let's get rid of it.
And that's what our theme is here. It's kind of today, we're going healthy.
We're going healthy. Now, this weekend coming up is Martin Luther King weekend, and the weather looks pretty good to me. It's like 48-ish, you know, and that's kind of warm to me. I know you're from Alaska, and it's like
walk around in t-shirts.
Yeah, it should be like a tropical
heat wave. It has to be minus 15 for it to be cold, all right?
But we are wide open all weekend long, and we really usually have a lot of people coming down for that weekend, and it's a lot of fun. So come on down and check us out.
Okay.
If you're planning an event, like I said, we're kind of in that cater mode. Come on down and talk to me or my general manager, Jen, and let us hook you up with some information on your special day being on the Outer Banks.
Yes, the weddings are big, especially down in that area, too.
Now, when I cook this chicken, I just use a little bit of non-stick spray on it, okay, and I kind of undercook it just a little bit because I'm going to keep it in my Ziploc.
You're going to finish it off there.
And I'm going to finish it off there so it's not dried up.
Okay.
We're going to hit it with the mushrooms.
What type of mushrooms are those?
That
it looks like a bunch of different ones.
Yeah, there's a little gnocchi mushrooms in there, portobellas, shiitakes. I like anything, but whatever you got laying around.
Okay.
We did red last time. Let's do some white this time.
Pick it up.
Whoa.
All right. Well, I knew the flames were coming. I knew.
Carry on. You're such a chicken, man.
I
Lord,
knew it.
You're in safe hands with me, darling. You're good. All right, we got the brown rice over here. Now, we make our brown rice. Of course, we cook it down in stock and da-da-da-da-dee at the restaurant. But if you're looking for ease and comfort and you've been working all day like you do and you want to come home, have some rice. You can get that in the store where you can zap it for 4 minutes or whatever, and have it laying around, and it'll be ready to go. The thing about fast food is it breaks us down because it's fast. So we're trying to make this fast. Okay, salt and pepper.
Okay. And you also do catering as well. So
a ton of catering.
Yeah. How's that been going?
It's going great. We've got a lot of events. Spring is almost getting booked up. We've got the fall being booked as we speak.
Okay. Already? Wow.
And we've actually got a lot of bids for 2013 already coming in. The brides.
Really?
Yeah, the families, they really plan ahead on this stuff. And we love to be part of making it special on the Outer Banks. I know a lot of people down there. I can help you in a lot of different ways.
And you set it up just like this. You do a tasting. You answer all their questions. So.
Yeah, and we do the buffets like this as well, as if they're going to do a tapas buffet or something, because I don't like a line of Schaefer's. You know what I mean? You can see that anywhere. It's not a mess hall. Look how beautiful that is.
I like that.
It's rocking.
Oh, that
got the chicken right across the top. And like you said, portion control is key. Diet, if you're starting a new fitness program or whatever, diet and basically your dietary concerns are like 80% of it. I mean, it's a big thing. You got to get out and move. You got to do running, Pilates, resistance training, whatever you got to do.
But a lot of people don't realize how important your diet and your food is. Really quick, want to mention Red Sky Cafe is open daily. Most of the restaurants in the Outer Banks are not. Lunch, dinner, and cocktails. They're located at 1197 Duck Road in Duck, North Carolina. Reservations and the information, you can always go to their website. That is redskycafe.com, or just pick up the phone. Give them a call, 252-261-8646. Red Sky Cafe in Duck, North Carolina are just a day trip away. And like you said, with the holidays coming up, or Martin Luther King weekend, you have a day off. Maybe some people have a day off. Just go take a trip down there. Even if you've never been down there, just go see it and stop in for lunch.
Come check us out.
And tell me to come
I'll be
tell
looking
you hi.
for you, okay?
I know,
I'm
I
making
need
a
to get down
salmon
there.
for
I
you
said,
down
I know, salmon arion. You should just put that on the menu, and then you'll really get some customers coming that way.
No
All
problem.
right, thanks so much, Jeff.
Chris Jones from Bayport Credit Union just gave us some great advice on starting your kids on financial responsibility and the allowance. Something that I think we need to do in the Reckling household.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You getting to that point?
I think so.
Here's what Kevin said. He said, no, no, and no. The only allowance I ever received was in paycheck form after earning it. A lot of folks believe that allowances teach kids how to handle money. And while it may, it also teaches them that you should only do things for people if they pay you. In our house, we all pitch in to get things done. The pay for our kids is food, shelter, and education, understanding, love, and family. No dollar from any parent is worth more than that.
Well, there's different ways of teaching the value of money.
Yeah, it kind of sounds like Kev's like, my parents were.
Right.
Like, you get to live here and all that. But, I mean, I kind of feel like, we chose to have children and give them a nice life. So I don't necessarily feel like we need to make them kind of pay for the life that we intended to, or, to make them feel like, hey, you're lucky to live here.
That's right.
Because, it's, they didn't ring the doorbell one day and we said, okay, we'll take you in. I mean, we made those little people and figured we'd take care of them.
Some experts say that, paying for chores is not the way to go either.
Yeah.
So.
Elle says, from age 12, I got 50 cents a week. After that, I relied on my babysitting money till I went to college. Then my parents subsidized with $5 a week. Of course, this was a long time ago. She says she gave her boys an hourly wage for certain chores when they were young, but they both became inventive entrepreneurs when they were teenagers, eliminating the need for parental funds. They're in their 40s now, and both are quite successful.
We're also talking about the senior out in Colorado whose picture in the yearbook is disallowed, and there it is for certain reasons. And Wendy Simpson Harris says, I think it boils down to one thing, and that is the school's dress code. If the school allows this type of dress on a daily basis, then it should be allowed in the yearbook. If the school does not allow this type of dress in its code of conduct of dress code, then it is inappropriate for the yearbook.
All right, thanks.
Simply put.
Thanks to everybody for sharing their comments today. We'll share some more later in the show. And they may not build them like these anymore, but they do still fly them the way our veterans did during the World Wars. Coming up, we're headed for the Military Aviation Museum for this week's postcard from Hampton Roads.
Looking good there. All right, well, getting organized and streamlining your household can make your whole life run a whole lot smoother. And since January is Get Organized Month, our friends from the Closet Factory are here with us today to show us some great organizing solutions. We have Joyce Worthy, Senior Designer with Closet Factory. Joyce, welcome to the Hampton Roads Show.
Thank you.
Now, I got to see firsthand what you guys do. I went to the home that you're going to talk about a little bit here, but what are some of the benefits that your clients get from working with you guys?
Peace of mind, number one. And this being January, Home Organization Month, that's the gift that we'd love to pass on to everybody in Hampton Roads, is just the calm and peace that comes from having an organized closet and an organized home.
And you guys are called Closet Factory, but you do more than just closets. Explain that concept.
Well, we've been fortunate. Hampton Roads has allowed us to take care of their closets, and now we want to take care of the rest of your home. And just to have that peace and calm and in every part of their lives. So we take care of your pantries, garages, laundry rooms, craft rooms, you name it, we'll take care of it for you.
And I was telling you, you realize you don't how much space that you are missing by not having the organization and the little cubby holes. Why is custom so important for your clients?
Well, because everybody's home isn't perfect. There's a lot of sloped ceilings, a lot of unusual, irregular things, and we can take care of it where furniture doesn't always work. So we can customize the space for the way you live. We're going to design around your stuff, we're going to design around your space, we're going to design around your budget, and we're going to make it all fit beautifully.
How does that work if someone is interested in having their home, you guys come out and do their home, do you come out and look at the home and see what needs to happen first before you guys do anything?
Exactly. Our consultations are always free. We have a team of expert designers, amazing installers, and we're located here in Virginia Beach, and we come on out, look at your space, assess your stuff, and then figure out the best way to maximize what you have.
If someone has a home and they have the option of just maybe having one room organized, what would be the room that you would say most people would need to have the extra space?
Well, if it's a woman, she wants her shoes taken care of. If it's a guy, quite often it's the garage.
Okay, all right. Now we have some photos that we're going to show. It's from the Treasure Chest home that was at Homerama. Talk about what we're looking at here.
That is the mudroom and laundry room. So it had some great storage in there. It had a hidden ironing board. It had storage for backpacks and purses and just the things that you don't know what to do when you arrive at home. Where do you put the stuff? Keep it out of the way, but then you can tuck it away.
This is amazing.
The desk bed.
This was your room.
This was my room. You have a great twin-size bed for when a guest is here, and when the guest is gone, you've got this amazing surface area, large surface area for a desk, and it just doesn't take up any space in the room.
Yeah, it literally folds out and folds back in. That is so cool. This was fun too. Where's the bed?
It's it's another hidden bed. It's a wall bed, also by Closet Factory, but you've got great storage on the side for bookcases or anything you'd like. And then when you don't need the bed, away it goes, and you've gained so much storage in that room.
And probably, this one too, the closets, and like you said, the shoes. I know one had tie racks too, and then for the guys, of course, the garage.
The garage. This was a really great tricked out garage, and that's a lovely girls' closet with storage for lots of accessories, a lot of great compartments.
Well, you guys do great work, and of course, people out there, if they're interested for more ideas and organizing designs, you can always learn more at closetfactory.com or just give them a call, 486-2726, and we'll have all that information on our website. Joyce, thank you so much for being here.
All right, good ideas there. Everybody could use a little help in that department, that's for sure.
That's right, man. I'm really excited about this week's postcards.
Oh yeah, good. It was a fun trip. You know, we have a ton of great museums here in the area.
We do.
A lot of them have been postcards already, but the one that we visited this week is unlike anything else in the area, and it might be unlike anything else in the world. The first thing that you'll notice at the Military Aviation Museum is that the most prized items are not in a glass display case. In fact, sometimes they're not even in the building. Here's this week's postcard from Hampton Roads. The Military Aviation Museum in the Pungo section of Virginia Beach has aircraft from World War I, World War II. The good guys and the bad guys are represented. But whatever you do, don't call these machines old relics, because every single one of them could get off the ground, and routinely they do. Right now I want to introduce you to one of the people responsible for getting the museum off the ground in 2008, Mr. David Hunt. You're the director here. How do you even begin to tell them what these hangars hold?
I really don't think we've got enough time, but I'll try try and make it very short and sweet. We've tried to put together a collection of World War II, World War I planes. And as you said, most of the planes here, in fact nearly all the planes here do fly. And that is really, really unusual, as opposed to Smithsonian and many, many of the other aviation museums in the world. I don't think there are any museums that have the number of planes that we have that fly. We can come straight out the hangar and go straight onto the runway.
When we speak of the veterans of World War I,
Yes.
there are no longer any living veterans, and unfortunately the World War II veteran population is dwindling as well. How does it make you feel to know that you've got things here that will out-survive those who fought in World War II? Do they become even more significant as time passes?
They do, and I think it becomes very emotional as well when we have the families come back. I had a gentleman, for instance, this week who came with his father 2 years ago, and he wanted to come and see me, and since his father had passed, he just wanted to come back here and see the plane that his father had flew. This happens every day.
Tell me about the signatures you're collecting.
Every time a World War II veteran comes to the museum, we ask them, invite them to sign this board. And many of those people, obviously from 2008, 2009, unfortunately no longer with us, but we're still filling the board, and we're still having their relatives come back also to see what their dad or grandfather had done, and you know, it's pretty special really.
Well, one of the things that makes this museum so special is that all the pieces here actually still fly. I want to introduce you now to the chief pilot here at the Fighter Factory, Don Anklin. You've just come down. We just were watching you fly this SNJ-4.
Yeah, we just got done with some maintenance on it. I had to put a test flight on it. So one of the perks for the guys is that if you work on it, they get to ride with me. So
What's it like to fly one of these aircraft?
there's nothing like it really. It's hard to explain. It's just it's when they really know how to build airplanes. I've been flying these old airplanes since I was 17 years old, so it's just in your blood, and it's hard to get rid of.
And visitors to the museum, are they surprised when they can come visit here and see the work being done?
Oh yeah, they're really surprised. They like that part of it. They come down here and they just stand there and watch us, and you know, and then they'll start asking questions, and we try to accommodate everybody. You know, we got a couple of kids sticking their bodies in the Spitfire, and they've been answering questions this morning. So yeah, and they like to talk about them, because the reason they're here is because of the passion of the old airplanes.
They love it. All right. All right, so if you want to come down to the Military Aviation Museum and see the planes and the people who keep them airborne, make sure you do it soon and tell them the Hampton Roadshow sent you. Isn't that cool? And they welcome children, you know, but they, you know, you think about whether your child is ready to go in and see those amazing things and not touch the propellers and, you know, things like that, because I mean, they're special aircraft and they're hard to maintain. It's very hard to find original parts for a World War I plane. They make a lot of their own parts there, but every single one of them can still get off the ground. There's the information if you would like to visit too. They have a couple of special events coming up. They did the Flying Proms with the Virginia Symphony. They're going to do that again. They have a special dance coming up where they'll have a swing band in the hangars as well. And I have to shout out to Bruce and the custodial staff, because that place is spotless. I mean, the hangar bays are spotless. The planes are so clean. And way to go, Bruce and the guys who do that. And the docents there, many of them are veterans and know a lot about the planes and love to share their stories about, you know, their own service too. So totally worth the drive out to Pungo.
Definitely. Well done.
I'll get out there one of these days.
That was one of the first places I went.
You went up on a ride, didn't you?
I got to go out there, so it is very cool. Right on.
All right. Well, thanks for heading out there. Thanks for bringing us the report, and I'm going to bring you the 4 clues again, in case you missed it, for the pop quiz. Here it is. The first clue is very historic. Second one, place fit for a king. Brief home to Thomas Jefferson, and 1781. Had a big fire there. Big fire.
I'm going to say it's Monticello Avenue.
No, I don't think. Did they have a big fire on Monticello Avenue?
Well, I know, but you know how you are with your clues.
Sometimes
it was Monticello, but that's not in Hampton Roads.
No, that's not it. You guys?
I'm stumped. You got
Thomas Jefferson lived there. He was a governor for a little while. Governor's Palace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking Castle, Palace. I couldn't put it together.
Williamsburg, but
Yeah,
I
he,
I was on the
he,
path.
did. He,
Too
you
easy.
know, he lived in there for a year, I believe, late 1800s.
Dang it. I was on. I had a feeling it was in
Close.
Williamsburg.
Close but no cigar. Next time.
All right.
Next time.
Interesting.
All right, the winner's getting the American Idol prize pack.
Yes,
Yeah.
and we will notify you, and also you can always go on our website to see past winners and what they've won as well. In the meantime, how about some salmon Ariane and grilled Stephanie chicken with brown rice?
Well done.
Grilled Stephanie.
You nailed it.
That's a rough day at work.
With Chef Weststep. We'll be right back. Oh, that is Godric right there. Look at him! On cue. He's with our audience from the Atlantic Shores about the Puppy Love program, so we want to definitely thank them for coming here, and it's a great partnership, and we'll have all that information on our website. Also want to thank Joyce from the Closet Factory, organizing your home, and then Chef Weststep. You knocked it out the park again.
Thanks.
Yeah.
The salmon Ariane is magnificent, as is the grilled Stephanie.
All right, we'll be back tomorrow with another show for you. Between now and then, make sure you visit thehamptonroadshow.com for more information on all of the segments that you saw today.
And tomorrow's I Am Hampton Roads has something to do with square dancing.
Are you square dancing?
I don't know. That's all I'm going to say.
Arian square dancing tomorrow. We'll see you then.
See y'all tomorrow.
Hope you are.